stood out to you after reviewing the film from last night's game?
I thought, just starting with our defense, I thought we did a better job on Devin Booker. The game plan discipline on him was much needed. We all understood that he had some games where he came in and had some big numbers. So we wanted to get the ball out of his hands, try to make other guys have to make plays for him. I thought we did a good job turning them over. We could do a better job capitalizing on those turnovers. And then I thought offensively, good first quarter, not as well. Second quarter kind of slowed down, and then we had an amazing third quarter, which really won the game for us.
You get another really good guard tomorrow.
Yeah.
You want to see that carry over, obviously. What's going to be your message to the team for SGA today?
Well, the message was, really good job carving out a win on our home floor, getting back in the winner's circle, doing what we needed to do to get a win was important. And now the challenge for our group was watching film, coming in, and having focus on preparing for the next team, which is similar. Gilgeous-Alexander he leads their team. Jalen Williams, those guys are looking to attack the paint, make plays in isolations and pick and rolls, and it's going to be very similar to how we guarded last night.
What were some of the things you saw in that third quarter you feel like you can build on moving forward?
I thought when we got stops, we played with pace. We got the ball ahead. We touched the paint, kick aheads, guys shot threes. We were doing it in the first half. We missed some easy ones. We missed some easy layups in the paint, missed some easy open threes. I thought the third quarter we just stuck with it, and those same shots, we were able to knock them down.
Willie, do you feel like that was the best point of attack defense you saw out of your team all year so far? I think it was 27 deflections. Herb had 10. And talk about Herb and just his presence.
Yeah, it was. It was one of our better games. Deflections and steals, blocks. But having Herb Jones on the floor, it's incredible to have a guy like that can see it all defensively. He can make the right plays offensively. I threw him in at the 5. We hadn't really been working on that lately, but he picks everything up really quickly, made plays, and then the last play of the game, he makes a big stop for us to win the game.
And B.I. called him the heart and soul post-game. Is that how you would describe him?
For sure. B.I. is spot on with that. He's our heart and soul of our team. So much humility in Herb and how he approaches the game, how he approaches his teammates. But we all rally around him, and when he's on the floor, it makes a huge difference.
Dejounte and Herb, unfortunately, have only played together 2 games. The first one was the opener, and then last night. Do you feel like when those guys are out there together, they're kind of lifting up the whole thing on defense?
For sure. Those guys are spearheading our defense. We give them the license to kind of make reads, and then everybody sort of make reads off of them and has to clean up some of the things that they can do. But when you have those 2 guys on the floor, they're communicating. Your defense goes to another level. You can get out in transition because you're creating deflections and steals, finishing possessions, and it's a luxury to have.
You mentioned that Herb has elevated his level of communication, being more of a vocal leader. How has that helped the team and maybe even him as well? It's
helped tremendously. Herb, he understands his value on his team and what he brings. And now, getting his teammates to understand there's certain defensive concepts that he can see, and he'll just make reads, and now they're reacting off of him. And I think that's our defense and our offense really growing in another level.
Dejounte mentioned earlier in the day that he kind of came to y'all and said, I want that book matchup. I want to be able to take that on. How much does that kind of help y'all not kind of feeling the need to put Herb on the best guy all the time, being able to use him in different ways?
Well, it's great that we have options that we can go to different guys to put on him. And Dejounte's right. It shows his leadership. He didn't want us double teaming him. He didn't want us, hitting him when he was in isolations. We did still mix in a few of those just to throw him off his timing and rhythm, but it speaks to his leadership and it speaks to our ability to have versatility on the defensive end.
And Willie, how did B.I. and Herb make it through yesterday's game? And in particular, looking forward, there's a back-to-back coming up. Do you think there's going to be any kind of restrictions on either guy?
I don't know. I mean, our focus right now is on practice and preparing for Oklahoma. If we get an update on that, we'll update you guys, but we haven't heard anything about that.
And a couple of days ago, we didn't ask you about Jose, but how's he progressing from his rehab? I noticed he's doing some ball work.
Yeah, he's getting better too, progressing, still doing well. And we just hope that he can continue to be on that track.